I'm joined now by Mark Barden, the co-founder and co-CEO of Sandy Hook Promise. Mark, how are you?
Well, thanks for having me, Abby. And like everyone, our hearts are broken as another tragic school shooting has unfolded in Madison. And we are just, our hearts are with the families who are now on this journey and having to process this for what will be a lifetime journey. Understanding that journey myself, we just passed the 12-year mark of the school shooting in Sandy Hook Elementary School in Sandy Hook, Connecticut, where the youngest of our three children, our 7-year-old son Daniel, was shot to death in that school shooting. So we have been living this pain, and my heart are with these families.
And I'm so sorry for your loss. What was your reaction to seeing the news?
It's devastating. To see that another school shooting is happening, that it's continuing to happen all the time in this country, and just feeling for those families in Madison, Wisconsin, and that community that are now on this journey of dealing with this. I don't even know how to say healing or recovering. There's just really no getting over it. You're just processing through it, and it's really why we started Sandy Hook Promise, was to see and to learn how we could prevent this from happening to other families.
What are some of the things that Sandy Hook Promise does?
We learned, Abby, that there are just about always warning signs. 4 out of 5 school shooters tell somebody, usually more than one person, in various forms of their plans. And we're learning now that in this case in Madison, Wisconsin, that this was pre-planned. And the warning signs that folks exhibit are all opportunities for somebody to intervene and to prevent that from happening. And that's what we do, is we train students and parents and teachers how to look for those warning signs. And the student just has to tell a trusted adult when they see them. And the trusted adult is already trained and can get help to where it's needed and prevent it from happening, and get that individual connected to whatever support or resources they need before it becomes a tragedy. Students trained in our Know the Signs programs have now prevented 16 school shootings using their training from Know the Signs by telling a trusted adult or by using our anonymous reporting system. So it breaks my heart that knowing that this is preventable, and that we can prevent this. It's not inevitable.
And as you say, prevention in most cases is key. Do you think enough is being done?
There definitely needs to be more done, Abby, with regard to prevention. Prevention is the key. Prevention is the answer. It is a model that works. We know from our experience, and there are things, trainings like Sandy Hook Promise, Know the Signs training should be mandated in schools across the country. Plain and simple, it's a model that works. It saves lives, and it also improves the culture in the school by creating a more compassionate, kinder, communicative culture within the schools that we train. The anonymous reporting system is best in class, and students have access to live crisis counselors who can help them get help to where it's needed, when it's needed. And safe storage of firearms needs to be mandated. It needs to be the law of the land. Responsible gun owners already do this, so that folks who should not have access to firearms don't obtain that access, especially folks who are in crisis, or even folks who are intending to harm somebody or harm themselves should not have access to firearms. They should be safely stored, and that should be mandated.
And what's your message to parents and families seeing the news of another school shooting?
It's devastating. I mean, we learned that a second grader called 911 when this shooting was happening, and all of the folks who are involved with this, in whatever way, just being present is trauma, and they're going to have to deal with that trauma for the rest of their lives. So it's heartbreaking to me to see this unfolding. And just to know, and there are things we can do. We have a model that works. We have tools accessible to us now that we can use through trainings, through mandates, to prevent this from happening. School shootings are not inevitable. They are preventable, and we need to get serious about implementing those tools that we have.
And what's your message to lawmakers who have the ability to make some of the change you're talking about?
That they need to do their job. Their job is to protect their constituents. That should be their first line item: is the well-being and the safety of their constituents. So they need to get serious about making sure that these trainings that are available, Sandy Hook Promise offers them at no cost, that are effective. Training students how to recognize those warning signs, tell a trusted adult, a coach, a teacher, a parent, a faith leader, who can then get that individual connected to the help and services that they need. It's a simple model. It's effective and it works and it doesn't cost anything. Use the anonymous reporting system to submit that tip of some concerning behavior. Make sure that safe storage laws are implemented and followed up with resources and training and education, so that folks know that they exist and to know that they have to abide by that law, so that folks who shouldn't get their hands on a firearm can't do so. So those are some simple, effective, proven tools that we can put into place now, and lawmakers need to take a serious look at that. And they can come visit us at sandyhookpromise.org and learn more, or I'm happy to help consult on how we can help get this done.
Mark, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
Absolutely, Abby.